Happy to be here today. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We are so glad to have you, sir.
Me too. I'm so happy to be here to share the wealth of knowledge on this money management program that we want to do. And we believe that will impact a lot of people this year.
Yes, please. So please, could you give us an overview of the Money Management Month?
Okay, so as we said earlier on, the Money Management Month is being scheduled to impact the youth with knowledge of financial advice. So today, we are here to Student Money Chat is one of the flagship programs that we are doing. So today is my time to share nugget of wisdom with the youth on values of money. So I'm here to do presentation for today. Then tomorrow we have another person continuing. So it's from now till the end of the week. Then the next week we have the finance power. Then we have the World the Money Talk. Then we have the Global Money Week. So we have a lot of things that we are doing this year. We hope that by the end of the year, we should be able to, by the end of the month, we should be able to impact over 10,000 youths in Ghana, especially by training them the habit of savings and investment. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Sir Joshua. So please, could you give us a little exposition on the theme, protect your money, secure your future?
Okay, so I will move on straight to my presentation because I have some presentation here on protect your money, secure your future. But I am speaking on the values of money today. It's also part of protecting your money because we really have been okay. Good. So we really use a lot of money to do a lot of things. We spend money without thinking about it. So today I'm sharing. I have some few minutes to share on values of money. Then we can go on with the question and answer. So let me just say this quote before I start my presentation. Agreed. Hello. Okay,
yes,
so let's go on.
We agree.
Hello, sir. Agree. Totally agree.
Okay, so first, remember, wealth is like a tree grows from a tiny seed. The first coin you save is the seed from which your tree of wealth shall grow. The sooner you plant that seed, the sooner shall the tree grow. And the more faithful you nourish and water the tree with consistent savings, the sooner may you bask in contentment is beneath its shade. So today I'm talking about values of money. So there are many people who make decisions without thinking about their values. We know that there is a correlation between money and value. You spend the money because you value something. Money is a currency, it's a paper, but value is what makes you spend the money. So as part of our students' money management month, we want people to know how they can value money. So not just value the money, but value what makes you to make that decision. When you make decisions related to money, take a moment to think about your values and if they play a role in your decision. Now, you have to know that having a healthy relationship with money is key if you want to grow your wealth. So that means that there is no relationship between you and your money, but you spend money. If you have a relationship with your money, you control your spending. But how do you go about achieving this healthy relationship? The key is to understand your money values. So today, as I'm presenting on values of money as the first presenter for the Student Money Month or Student Money Chat, I believe that we should know our values. But first, let's back up. What exactly are money values? In a nutshell, money values are a external and internal factors that determine how you feel about money. So that means that when people feel about money differently, that's why people, when they get money, they decide to change their lifestyle. It's not them. That's why they feel about money. The others too have money. You don't even know that they have money. Okay. So your money values help shape your financial decisions you make in your life, or for better or for worse. If your money values is like spending, when they give you 10,000, spend everything today. Like in my local language, I don't spend it yesterday's money. You have to spend the money to finish. That is your value. So before you in school as student, you should be able to understand your money values first before you can spend, you can save, you can invest, or you can even give. Money values, for example, are shaped by your childhood experience with money, your current income, your social group, your goals and ambitions. Ideally, you want to have positive money values, and this means you are very comfortable with money. That is, in turn, also means that you want to spend money and save wisely. So your value is in correlation with your saving or your spending. So someone will ask, what are values, 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 values? What are values in the way? So money values or values, let me put it this way, are those things that make up your character. Your character, that means that your money make up your character. They represent what you think is important in life. They show up in your decisions, actions, and judgments. How we look on the outside usually tells us very little. It is more on what is inside that will make most of the difference in who we are. So that means that our values are a big part of what is inside us. What we value will shape where we go, will shape how we spend money as students. I know someone who values longevity of life, which means that delay gratification. So the person save money and buy some taxis on campus and start making money. What do you value? What you value will shape you. Again, everybody should know your value. One thing I've known about students is that we don't know our values. One of the secrets of making more money is to know your value. If you know your value, you know where to spend your money. Okay, so everyone has a personal values that are formed and shaped over many years in your life. So through relationships, how your parents spend money, your experiences, your education, these are the things that shapes your values. You could probably also claim common values for yourself, such as integrity, faithfulness, honesty. As a Christian, I would say the fruit of the spirit or respect. You may also have values for your spiritual belief, your physical health, close relationship, among others. But what about money values? Again, have you identified the values surrounding your finances? Why do you spend the money today that you spend? Did you buy the booklet or you bought yogurt? You buy yogurt you value yogurt because you want to satisfy your current need right now. But you buy the book because you value education. If you remember, I remember those times a friend of mine shared with me how the mother will sell their clothes to go and pay their school fees. So at that moment, the mother is not valuing the instant gratification. The mother is valuing the child education. So before we start and everything, we should understand the values of money. And even more, do your actions reflect your values? Your actions reflect your values. So, sorry. Many people struggle with finding life satisfaction simply because their actions and values are not in alignment. They look at the function of money as a vehicle to get what they want. Instead of what they do is that instead of using their cash for the things that they truly matter to them. So here, consider there is a difference between money and cash. They end up spending based on their feelings or external circumstances. Like in school, clubbing. You value clubbing than buying pamphlets or going for seminar. Most students, in case Satawale is coming to a campus like this, they can, if they are paying, they will pay. So at that moment, they value entertainment than even seminar, than even work. Okay. That is why it is important to understand your relationship with money. If you want to feel control in your finances as students and be able to build your world, it is important to focus on your financial values first. Once you define and stay connected to your own values, what your own values are, you can rewrite those destructive scripts and create strategies for choosing behaviors that align with them. So you can determine your values. So, for example, when friends come to you, tell you, let's go and buy some food. You know that you value some, you have to save money for tomorrow. So instead of you going to buy food at a restaurant that costs you like 80 Ghana cedis or I think 80 Ghana cedis in some restaurants. I don't want to mention the names. You can just go to night market and buy like 20 Ghana cedis or 30 Ghana cedis. You save 50 Ghana cedis. You are valuing tomorrow's, you are delaying gratification, okay, or instant gratification for tomorrow's success for you. So that's the value. So positive and productive values can shape your planning and decisions in effective ways that lead to wealth and financial security. You have to know that your poor money values will negatively affect your ability to stay out of debt and build savings for retirement. So figuring out how your money value is, add value to your life is very, very significant. So what I'm saying is that if you're able to figure out how your money value is, it helps very, very important for you to make informed decision. For you to know whether I should buy shares, I should buy a treasury bill, I should put money in the bank, I should buy bonds. You should value money. You should know your money values. So when you master the importance of money lessons, such as how money and values are related, as in the correlation between money and value as a student, it helps you to manage your money very well. And I'm sure by tomorrow we will learn a lot of things. How to determine your money values and how to put it all together. You have to get the right financial part for your money value. So you have to know that how money and values are related. How are they related? One, money and values should go hand in hand because your values can act as a guide for your financial habits. Your values, it acts as a guide. So what you value will determine what you spend. Again, think of your life values as your priorities. The things that are most important to you are what you should be spending money on. So that means that the things that you value in life are what you should be spending money on as students. And we know we are professionals here. For example, if you have positive money values, you are more likely to save money for important things like education and an emergency fund. Nobody will tell you to save money for your education if you have a very positive value. Because education, if you say education is expensive, try ignorance. With your value feeling financially secure versus spending extra money on material items. But if you are not mindful of what your values are, you may spend on things that are not really important, such as shopping for new clothes, buying. That was the value. Dining out, having fun, spending on entertainment. You are robbing your future. So know your money value before you spend. How do you determine your money values in life? First, too many of us live life thinking we should live in a certain way, whether it's the way we brought up or through societal influence. You have developed predetermined notions about whether you should do something or shouldn't do it. Take time to focus on yourself. Focus on yourself, on you and your thoughts, and not what others or anybody think about you. Focus on you. You determine your money value. So with this said, here are 3 steps that are put together to help you determine your money value before we'll do the chart. 1, make a list. Money touch practically every area of your life. Every area of your money touch. Even if you want to propose, they will check how you spend. So spend a few minutes writing a list of all the categories where your money has an impact. As students, I suggest that we focus on education and skill development. Now, you can't finish school. I was chatting with one of the young investor, former president in the UK, and he was telling me how he is holding up. He has done a lot of courses within some short time in UK. And this is a guy who doesn't have masters. Where he's working now, he have done a lot because what his value is what education. He's working in one of the big banks in UK, and I like the way he values education, skills, not just education, skill development. There are a lot of, before you finish school, you should be able to have a lot of skills. Young investors have a lot of programs that we run, but people really spend their time on their money on other things, but not on the skills development. Okay. Now, a fun way to do this is to envision your future self in 5 years, when you have achieved your goals and you are living your best life. Your answers will reveal a lot about what is important to you. That is your ability to know what is important to you. That's imagine yourself in your future self. You have to live out your best life is like a key strategy to discover your highest values. Your goals are very indicative of what you value, and your financial decisions are a big part of achieving them. So you go to you look at your future, your goals, you look at what you value more, and you spend your money on that one. 2, you prioritize. Once you have really set some goals of each area, place them in order of importance. Place them. If you are like most people, your income is limited. Maybe you are a young guy, not working. Your income is what? Not just stipend for internship or maybe let's say pocket money. You can't allocate an unrestricted money or amount of cash to every area. That's why in school you should be able to prioritize your goals. You can distribute both your time and your money towards the things that are most important or meaningful to you. Okay. But know your why. That's the next one. Know your why. Now that you have prioritized your goals, dig a little deeper to identify the reasons these goals are important to you. It's one thing to move on to a certain direction, but knowing why you want to arrive at a certain destination will help you on the right path. Why? Okay. Now, how do you align your values to your money? First, look at your budget. Look at your budget. If you do a budget, a budget is like, we all know the thing of budget. Budget is like your spending plan for your money. So, quick glance at your budget every day, categories, and how much cash or money you allow for each one. That will tell a lot about where you're prioritizing. You have what you are prioritizing your finances. I realized that I did mine and realized that I prioritize a lot of data because I spend a lot of money on data. That is my value. Why do I buy data? Because I want to use to learn. It's a platform for me to use to learn. Okay. Know your value. So check your budget. Then compare your list of values to your budget. Is your money serving the purpose you want it to have it? Are you using your money in a way that creates more fulfillment in your life? Okay. Then what are some of your money values? Money values provide the motivation behind spending. As I said earlier on, before you spend, this is your money value, why you are spending. So if you are spending money on things that are not necessary, that is your values. Okay. Value money simply means you value the experience that money can buy, the experience you choose to invest or reflect your money in life. So is money a core value? No, money cannot be a core value. Core values are fundamental beliefs and guiding principles in one's life. So money is a tool that can help you to support your core values. Okay. So another question, how are goals and values related to saving money? And as students, we say that goals are a reflection of what someone values. Goals will reflect what you value. So the goals that you set will determine what you value. If currently you are students, you are level 100 and you value relationship now, you spend much of money on the girls instead of you spending the money on what? Buying books, pamphlets, seminars to develop yourself. You date that the girl will know if you marry you. Go marry someone who has developed himself more than you. So firstly, your goals should reflect on what you value. But don't be mistaken. This takes a lot of trial and error. Don't worry if you try, but it's better for you to start. You aren't going to change things overnight and nothing will be perfect. It takes time, mistakes, and positive changes to make a difference. If you get off track, just return to the values that are important to you, and this will guide you in the right direction every time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sir Joshua. Please let's appreciate him in the comment section. It has been a very insightful presentation. So many things that I've taken away. I'm sure you've also learned a lot. And one of my major takeaway was the fact that money values are very personal. Everybody has what they value, and you always spend on what you value. And I think he mentioned that as students, we should really know our values. We should really focus on our education and then our skill development. Thank you so much, Sir Joshua. It has been a very, very insightful session. So at this point, I'd want to kindly invite Joshua again for the chat session. Hello, Sir Joshua.
Hello, thank you. Hello.
Hello, sir. So
Yes.
at this point, we don't want to have a chat session, or we should move on to the question and answers.
Yes, please.
Okay. So we want to, I'm sure you have questions because he said a lot. He said a lot. He's mentioned so many things. He went from the values of money to the steps we can take as students, a lot of things that he said. And I'm sure that some of us may want to ask questions or even get clarification based on something he mentioned. So kindly raise your hand if you have any question for me or for Sir Joshua or for any of us. It's a discussion amongst ourselves as students. So we are here to help ourselves. So kindly raise your hand if you have a question. Okay, so I'm sure that there will be follow-up questions, but personally, I have a question for Sir Joshua. So, sir, please, a lot of young people, even after knowing all these values of money and the need to value certain things, still wallow in this deception that my parents are there. For example, if you're in university, most of us are being sponsored by our parents. They pay our fees for us and everything. So sometimes there's this deception that I'm still too young to focus on my education or to invest in it financially. What can you say about that?
Yeah, so thank you, Sika, and that's a very good question. As I said, values are those things that make up your character. So they represent what you think and what you think whether is important in life for you. So growing up, you learn some values from your parents, and now what is happening is that people are finding that you cannot, if you grow, you can't even your parents cannot take care, or you cannot take care of your parents now. That's what's happening now. People are taking care of their children for them to come take care of them. You have to understand that you learn some values from your parents, and you also have to add your own values. If you, as I say, so it's try and error. Values are things that you know that yes, this is what is good for me. So if you are failing, don't know you are failing. Values will help you to make the right decisions in life. So if you are a student, as you are in school, you know that I need to know what is wrong, what is right. You know what to spend my. I know people who have always shared this case where a student in Kimbu Senior High School were able to save what 8,000 Ghana cedis and use some of the money to pay the school fees of people or some of his colleagues because that's what they value. So it's up to you. It's up to you. No matter what you are, no matter what. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So it's a personal decision, like Sir Joshua is saying. We all have values, and your values will really influence your decisions. Thank you so much. I want to believe that we all have questions because there's so much that has been said, and you can't just sit on a fence and not ask any question. Please let's ask questions. It's a chat. It's not just a one-sided thing. We are having a conversation. So please, I would really appreciate if you can ask questions or contribute. Okay, you can add up to what he said, or maybe you want to share a personal experience or something that you want all of us to learn from. The floor is open. Anyone here to help us? We have no contributions, no
Okay,
questions.
so let me just go on before we. So I said something important here that as students, I believe that when you talk about financial literacy, there is correlation between your money value and your finances. Okay, so if you are spending, look at the money that you spend on. So the spending habit, what you spend your money habit, okay, will uh, uh, will determine what you value in life. So if you value education, you spend money on education. if you value skills, and I always say that there's academic qualification, there is attitude, there's skills that you can acquire. As students,